Hey bro, what are you looking for? Hey, what's up bro? Why are you stopping? I'm looking for Jeremy.jordan, the Dallas real estate agent. Is this the right spot? He's supposed to be selling me a house in the Preserve today. Okay. Yeah, this is the Preserve, man. A whole bunch of really amazing builders in here. Starts around 3.5 million, and there's actually some construction going on right now. Just go ahead forward and take a look. Jeremy's in there somewhere. It is? Okay, perfect, man. Hey, is Universal Studios also around here somewhere? Oh yeah, Universal Studios. Yeah, they've actually started that. It's that big crazy yellow building over there. And I bet if you stick around, Jeremy's gonna actually show that in the end of this video. All right, man, take care. Drive safe. Perfect. Thanks, man. Take care. Talk to you soon. Hey, listen, we found Jeremy, and here we are in the fields of Frisco, the Preserve, one of the hottest communities in America. And I would tell you, there's a whole bunch of lots that are currently available. Houses in this community are starting at $3.5 million, and lots are definitely expensive. Remember the things I always talk about, right? You need a plan, you need a lot, you need to change structural, you need to do some cosmetic designs. And with these being custom, getting the plan is even more expensive. I would tell you, as you know, Fields of Frisco has a whole bunch of different areas. The Preserve is the pinnacle of that. If you have the most money, this is where the people are going to leave. This is going to be a gated community. The Shaquille O'Neal is supposed to be building here. Jordan Spieth building here. A whole bunch of professional athletes are building here. So if you got the money, you want to be in the most exclusive location in Dallas, Texas, this is the spot for you. This is where people are currently building at. And after this, I'll actually drive around. We'll stop by and I'll show you some of the houses that have actually been started on and just absolutely how large these are. Let's talk about Fields in general. So Fields has a whole bunch of different areas. Brookside South, if you're familiar with that, they have been building for a while. Those are not custom homes, but there's a whole bunch of nice builders there, and you can get a really nice place for that. Preserve started a little bit after that, and since then, the Brookside North has actually started. So if you're not familiar, J.R. Landon is actually building in that location. They have a whole bunch of different models, and they have their models up and running, so you can definitely take a look at that. Call me, we'll go out together and see what they have. But let's talk a little bit more about the Preserve. The Preserve has a whole list of builders, and I'll kind of put them up. Let's put them over here, and you can actually see those builders that are here. But they're all the big, well-known builders. You know, it depends on what you like. You can definitely reach out to me. I can show you some examples of what they're building. They all have a little bit of their own different style. So whatever you're looking for, I can help you find the right builder for you. I will tell you, these are all top-end, best-in-class builders here in the Dallas area. They're all in here. Fields is very particular on who they allow to build in Fields. And I would tell you the HOA has been very stringent. The developer has been very stringent. And the city has also, to ensure this is the nicest community going forward. This is going to be the place you want to invest in now. You want to build a house here because in the future, nothing's going to happen besides these values continue to go up and up and up and up. So like I always say, get in early because the first phase is cheaper. I would tell you that the Preserve has an additional phase. That phase is a little bit over that side, getting closer to the Universal Studios. So this is the spot. This is where it's going to be the cheapest. And as you can see over here, there's some absolutely amazing views of the golf course. If you like golfing, this is definitely the spot. You'll be able to see some of the best tournaments right from your backyard. I would tell you some of the renderings I've seen of the plans that people are doing here are absolutely amazing. I've seen double stacked pools, huge giant compounds that are going to be here. And remember, if you look at these, there's a whole bunch of different sizes. These lots are absolutely huge. Like I always say, every place you see one of these poles, that's where there's going to be a house. So you can see how large these lots are, how varied it is. So this is the top pinnacle where they're the most expensive. As you get down further and further from this hill, they absolutely get cheaper. And when I say cheap, I don't mean cheap. You're not picking up a lot here for less than 6 figures. But hey, that's what you're buying this place for, right? This is an investment for the future, and this is definitely where you want to be. So, hey, listen, my contact information is down below. Reach out to me, give me a call. But until then, let's throw up the drone. Let's take a look at some footage of the lots that are available. And remember, stick around to the end. I'm going to go over to Universal, and I'll show you the progress they've made there. All right, here we go, some drones. stop, this is gonna be Alfred Homes. They're a very popular builder. They've been around forever. They've been a really nice product, and you haven't been with me for a while. If you take a look at this board right here, this is what the house is gonna look like when it's done. So this is an example of what they use for the contractor so they can see, hey, this is the house. But if you look at the house right now, you're gonna say, hey, Jeremy, the house is basically just old cinder block and looks absolutely terrible, right? That's not what the house is gonna look like. Remember, this is the board, but I think this house is the furthest along. You can tell with the amazing arch there in the front, the nice metal roof. These houses being built here are absolutely quality. And if that's something to look for, this is the first builder to consider, which is actually Alfred Homes. And as you can see behind, they're right up on the golf course. So this is gonna be an amazing view. They're probably gonna have golf parties after this. So, all right, hey, let's go take a look at the next one. Here we go. All right, hey, next up on the list, we have Shaddock Custom. This is absolutely sold. So if you're familiar with Shaddock, they also build a whole bunch of other products. They are actually building in Brookside South. They're building a 40-foot product there and also a 50-foot product there. But here, they are doing 100% custom. So this is another builder option that may work for you. You can see just a little bit different style. And again, if we look right there on the left-hand side, you can see there's actually the board like they had last time. So you can see anytime you see there's a whole bunch of red brick, like you can see on this house, these red bricks basically just mean the house is gonna be painted white. So that's a trick in the future that, hey, if you see some red brick, the house will be painted white. So all right, hey, let's go. Let's go to the next builder. All right, hey, here's another option. We've already talked about Alfred Homes. I will tell you, Alfred Homes seems to be in the lead, right? As you can see, this is completely different style from what we saw last time, right? Remember, we're looking for the board. Again, this is gonna be that red brick. So what does that mean? Absolutely correct. They're gonna actually paint this house. And this one's a little bit different. You can see earlier where we met up the gate guard was right down there. So this is kind of on the main entrance. Probably a little bit less desirable property, was actually probably a little bit cheaper. So that's just something to think about. You know, if you're looking for Alfred, you're looking for something that's a little bit cheaper. These lots that are in the front, right on the main drag, they're gonna be a little bit cheaper. As you can also see with this one, it's a little bit different, that there is no driveway out front, right? So this is gonna be one of those rear entrance houses. So just something to think about. All right, let's go on to the next one. Again, another Alfred Homes. If you're looking for someone that's gonna be building fast in the preserve, Alfred Homes could be the property, or excuse me, the builder for you. Alfred has built, this is the third house we've seen. Again, you can see the bricks, gonna be red bricks, meaning what? They're absolutely gonna paint this. They should have a board on here somewhere, and they don't. But I would tell you, obviously, this is gonna be a metal roof with red bricks that are gonna be painted white. So, all right, let's take a look at some other builders and see what else we got around here. Here we go. Listen, here's another option, Coates Homes. I thought in the beginning they were gonna be the one that was leading. Obviously, Alfred has a whole bunch of houses now, but this is a little bit different concept. And if you walk down here, by now you should be educated, right? You should be able to tell me, hey, Jeremy, this is a cinder block home. Now you can see this one actually has the mesh over it. They're gonna do what? They're gonna make it look just like this, right? The walls are gonna be smooth like this, more of a luxury event. I really like how this house looks with the roof. The terracotta roof really looks good to me. So here's another option if you're looking for something a little bit different. I will tell you, I'm not a huge fan of this retaining wall here, but if you watch any of my videos, you know I don't really like retaining walls. Just don't tell anybody about that. But I just don't like retaining walls. But this is a completely different concept. So if you're looking for something like this, Coates may be the choice for you. All right, let's get the drone up, take a look, and go to see. Hey, listen, welcome to Ventura Road. All right, I'm just kidding. That's not really the name of this road, but I would tell you, Ventura absolutely has all the lots on this road. It's absolutely crazy. And what I would tell you, what I think is also interesting is if you look at that sign right there, this sign actually says spec, right? That's interesting. That means to me, right, lots are not selling, or they just want to put some stuff on ground nice and early. But usually when they say spec, they're just not selling that fast. Don't tell anybody I said that, right? But this whole road is Ventura. And if you look down here, you can see behind me, right? There's a whole bunch more specs. There's a whole bunch of lots that are available, but they are building specs. And it seems like they really just own this whole road. If you look over here across the street, those are also all Ventura lots. So if you like Ventura, you love how they look, this could be the road for you. You and all your neighbors can have the exact same builder on the exact same road. How cool would that be? But I would tell you, there's these two specs are getting up. I'll throw the drone up, we can take a look at them. But these will be available. Looks like there's actually 4 specs, excuse me. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But they are putting stuff in the ground. But again, if you like these lots, you like this location, you want to live on Ventura Road, this could be the spot for you. Reach out to me. All right, let's go take a look at another building. Here we go. All right, hey, back over here to Coates. Coates has made some progress. I think that, you know, Alford and Coates are kind of in the running. This is definitely a different concept, and I really like this. To me, this is something you would expect to see in fields. So as you can see in the front, we have the little mini house, what the house is gonna look like, and they've actually made some pretty good progress here. I do like the chimney right out here in the front so that you can actually see, you know, how it looks. There's gonna be a real fireplace in there, but I like the way it looks for sure. As you can see this one, if you come around to the side, it's the same concept as before, right? Red brick, anytime you see this kind of ugly, cheap looking red brick, they're gonna absolutely paint the house. So that's something to think about. But I like the way this looks. This has the nice, as you can see here on this, the nice slate tile. So it's gonna look really nice for the roof. So, all right, hey, listen, Coates is another option. As you can see with Coates, they're like completely different, right? They're doing stuff that looks absolutely different. So again, with picking any custom builder, it's custom for a reason. They can build what you need. So, all right, let's go. Let's take another one. Here we go. All right, hey, guess what? This is the 3rd one from Coates. So right now we have 3 from Alford, 3 from Coates, so it's an absolute tie. I don't think anybody else is building, so those will remain in a tie. But again, like we talked about before, this is what it's gonna look like. This is what the roof's gonna look like. It looks like to me, they're kind of, if you look up here at the top, right? They're kind of deciding on what roof they want, the real slate shingles or the actual more the composite thicker ones, but still a beautiful looking place. You can see again, from the house we just looked at into the house we're looking at now, there's absolutely a big difference on what the style is. But remember, I'm gonna say it again, custom, custom, custom. They build what you want, they design it for you, you pick the finishes, and that's how it works here in the preserve. So, all right, let's go take a look at another one. Here we go. Hey, listen, this is another builder, kind of my favorite, Starside. If you like Star Wars or Star Trek, you gotta go with Starside as a builder. But anyhow, they're definitely a little bit different concept. As always, we got the board here, looking like they're trying to decide what they wanna go with. They have a whole range of colors, you know, what's gonna actually look good. So there must be a lot of wood that's gonna be in the outside of this. So as you can tell with this house, there is a whole ton, I say a ton of windows. These are gonna be actually cool. And what is interesting, kind of going with the Ventura Road that we had over there. This says what in the sign? This is gonna be a model. So it looks like they're gonna build a model here, and they have one right next to it. So they have actual lots throughout the area. But basically, if you come in, you like their model, you could just pick one of the lots that are available, customize the house that fits your needs, and actually build a house here. So I think it's a really good concept. Just like I was saying before, Ventura's building specs, I think it's good. That way you can actually see what they can build for you. And then those houses are on ground, they are available. So I think it's definitely a good option to build a spec, to build a model. So, all right, let's throw up the drone. Let's take a look at this. And after this, I'll put some more drone footage, and don't forget, after this, we're going to Universal to see the progress they made there. Here we go. Welcome to the future of Universal Studios Frisco, a one-of-a-kind theme park designed just for families. This isn't a spin-off of the big parks in California or Florida. It's something brand new, a park built from scratch with kids in mind and imagination at the center of it all. This Universal Park will bring your favorite characters to life: Minions, Shrek, Trolls, Kung Fu Panda, and Jurassic World. These aren't just meet and greets, they're fully immersible lands where kids just don't visit the story, they become part of it. Each land will be its own little world. Expect colorful walkways, interactive shows, and rides just right for younger guests. There'll be kid-friendly roller coasters, playful splash zones, and indoor rides with just the right mix of thrills and giggles. What makes this park different is its scale and heart. It's designed for families to explore together without feeling overwhelmed. There's space to run, sit, snack, and smile. No rushing from giant roller coaster to giant roller coaster. Just story-driven fun and interactive play around every corner. And yes, there's a hotel too. Families will be able to stay right next to the park, turning a fun day into a magical weekend. Wake up, walk outside, and you're right where the fun begins. No shuttles, no stress. Universal Studios is also adding smart technology throughout the park. Expect scavenger hunts, interactive displays, and attractions where kids get to make choices and change the story as they go. It's hands-on, it's high-tech, and it's all about keeping little ones entertained without overwhelming them. This is the first time Universal has done anything like this. It's not just a park, it's a playground of imagination built for the next generation of dreamers, and it's all happening right here in Frisco, Texas. The countdown is on. Universal Studios Frisco is coming. It's going to be awesome.